start appreciating own in Trinidad. Like the pitch lake, for instance. We just take all kind of thing for granted as a Trini. It's right here, so we decide to bust a line. Yeah, man. If we take the line down by the pitch lake. I don't have a partner down there named Mice. No, Mice, he know everything but a pitch lake. He, like the godfather of the lake, so I tell him, if you want to hear about the pitch lake, then we just go down there, we go talk to the mice. And when the mice don't tell you what's going on with the pitch lake, you're going to know the real thing from a Trini boy.
My name is Carl Stafford alias Mice. That hill was the original height of this pitch lake. The pitch lake went like this. That circle is out there, that is solid pitch. That is 45 acres of solid pitch. Connected to that 45 acres are pitch veins running through the earth. The whole thing becomes 135 acres. This is the whole of Labrador, 135 acres. This is only 45 acres of solid pitch. People live in between here. When they want pitch, they have to go into that circle and dig it. When they dig that hole, in 7 hours, that hole replenishes back up. It rises like a bread, swelling with coming up. While it rising, it pulls these veins for the rising, so the earth drops. That's why the roads are rough. And some of the houses are leaning, because they're between these veins. The constant sucking of these veins, the pitch lake itself, that's sitting on water. It keeps sucking air time after time after time by going back. It becomes hollow to the bottom. So the weight of the pitch lake causes it to fall back down to the water, an average of 6 inches. When that happens, the heat of the sun turns the pitch on these veins back into dirt. Yeah. You see? Look how that happens. That is the heat of the sun causes that. Come, bend down and pull this thing. Pull the whole thing, pull it. This is the protective layer. It's better known as the elephant skin. In order for them to dig the pitch, this has to come off. It's this the one. So when they dig here and it grow back, the little pieces that come up, the heat of the sun will melt it and form back the skin. Do you understand?
Oh, good. But I'm telling you, some things I didn't even know. Big man thing. I'm glad I come down here.
In 1595, so Walter Raleigh drifting to Trinidad. There's a large pitch vein right behind there that is a sea coast. But the Amerindians were the true discoverer of this pitch lake. They were the one that introduced the pitch to Sir Walter Raleigh in the year 1595. The last year they identified the Spanish doing business with the Amerindians was 1702. We do have bushfires in certain areas. This is what has caused it. It's called sulfur stone. This is what sulfur stone look like. I learned 5 years ago from a doctor from India. This can go in water and it is good for men have syphilis and women have inflammation in the womb. Now, if you look over here, you will see how the sulfur stone, when that bush come up over it and the summer get hot, the bottom of the bush get dry, the heat of the sun just ignite the sulfur stone and causes the fire. The yellow that you are seeing here is the sulfur. The brown that you are seeing here is the iron, better known as iron ore or mineral matters. It's forming back into soil. But this area is pure iron ore, so you will hardly see the black in the pitch. It's going back into soil. It's the heat of the sun that have it like that. Understood. Look inside there, there's a pool of water. Look in my hands, there are rocks. I'm going to drop the rocks in that water and it cannot sink. That was pitch that turned into dirt. All the purity of the pitch left. So water cannot penetrate. As I pull here, notice, you see dry dirt. Yeah. That is pitch that turned into dirt. all the water that there cannot penetrate. I want you to push your hand here and dig up there for me. Dig it up. Dig it heavy. Dig it. Dig it up heavy. Now if you notice at all time the dirt is coming out and no time the dirt could take the water. That and all is pitch that turn into dirt. The heat of the sun causes that, so the dirt will remain dirt at all times. Okay? If you watch in front, you've seen a shed. That shed is a pump. That pump was built by the English in 1860 when Brighton started the operation. The purpose of that pump being there, when rain fall, the pools does open and spring up water. The only way they could continue mining it, that water does have to drain out. If you look here, you see right around the border of the pitch lake, a type of flower called the water lily, better known as the lotus. You don't see these colors no part of Trinidad and Tobago, but here, unless somebody take the plant from here. This plant was planted by the Amerindians long before 1595 for the protector of the pitch lake. You see, the Amerindians are the true discoverer at this pitch lake, not so Walter Raleigh. So Walter Raleigh the pitch was introduced to he by the Amerindians to caulk his ship, his boat had a leak, to make his journey back to England. The Amerindians was already using pitch to paste in the inside of the kayak, cover the roof with carrot leaf, boil the pitch to throw over the carrot leaf, and paste the top with pure asphalt so that they could have drink that water when rain fall for the health. The pitch water does preserve. It is very healthy for human body. That's the reason why people just leave from all over the world and come here to even bathe in that water. Most Trinidadians don't even have a clue about that. People just jump on private jets and come here for that water. There are three types of water out there. Sulfurated gas, mineral gas, and natural gas. The natural gas water, it is good for pain in joints. The sulfurated gas water, it is good for like marks on skin. The mineral gas water, the water that they buy in bottles all over the world. This line that you're seeing running here is a pump was built by the English in 1860 when Brighton started the operation for the purpose of when rain fall, the pools open and spring up water. Asphalt make things like camera casing, phone casing, roofing shingles, zibat, pencil covers, paint, plastic, bitumen, many different things. Only we in Trinidad and Tobago could export this. We have no competition. Look between the pitch. You're seeing a bunch of small, tiny looking holes inside of it. That is what you call gas bucket or ventilation holes. If it was not for these holes, that pitch lake will have blocked already. It releasing the gas and avoid it from being a volcanic. This is what have 29% of water, 39% of sulfur, 27% of oil sand, and 5% of mineral matters. The whole formation becomes pitch. When they extract the water, the sulfur, and the gas, then it becomes asphalt. If you look here, you will see a little bubble is coming out. That is iron, better known as iron ore or mineral matters. The sun is drying it up and it's going to look like a golden color. It's not going to look like that. That is sulfur, this is mineral matters. Thing look creased up like a canal. These are pools, open as large as 50 to 60 feet in width and 8 to 10 feet of depth when rain fall. When the pump, which is that pump over there, drain off that water, the heat of the sun close these pools in. When these pools close in every pool there are fishes living in it. The fishes get their air from holes like these, you call air pockets. Nice as the pitch lake is, 1/3 of the pitch lake is very dangerous. There's a pitch called the mother of the pitch lake. It's a liquid pitch, 40% of sulfur, 60% of bitumen. They have this pitch in China, California, and Venezuela. We in Trinidad and Tobago are the only people who have 3 types of pitch. I am the only guy could go in this pitch and sink without anything sticking on my skin. You all will see that. I am going to sink in it for you all in a while when we reach on the heart of it. What we are walking on was dig an average of 5 feet deep Wednesday. What you are seeing here still is the tractor mark, and it's still scrape up, but it rises like a bread, raising with ease. I want you to walk right around it and pay attention. This is not a pool. It's an area that dig, and it's something called a sulfur vein that get trapped, and it make a pool on its own until that vein close up while the pitch is growing. In some instances, the holes are end up all kind of 75 and 80 feet in depth, because it's but in small depths, not that you will sink. You will be able to go down in a hole and still put your foot out like that and stay on a bank. The hole might just be that.
Yeah.
The walk now on a spot was dig an average of 5 feet deep Friday, which was yesterday. Now these pieces that you're seeing up here, the heat of the sun will melt it and form the skin called the protective layer, which I show you all. I feel like water because it is there. If I make a mistake what I'm about to do, I will end up 475 feet. This is something I normally do at a high price. I just do this on this one machine. One mistake, the game is over. This is the pitch they call the mother of the lake. It's so dangerous. Good as I am, it does stick on me at times. As you can see, much between my feet, it catch me. A novice go inside there, he cannot pull himself back out, and you will not go to pull him out because your panic will try to get out of here.
Yeah,
this is the pitch that is sticking on my hands that I was raising with the stick. It's the pitch they call the mother of the lake. This is the heart of it. That's the reason why they dig in this area. This is where the strength of the pitch lake is. You all are in the middle of the lake, right? Remember, when I was out there, I draw a circle and I show you the heart of the pitch lake and the veins that going through the earth. When they dig pitch in the heart and that pitch is growing back, these are things the lake is sucking through these veins and pushing it out, coming from some part of the village. Simple as it look, it can be at least 80 years or more old to preserve. It's just a piece of tree trunk, piece of log of wood, or whatever.
Wow. Now remember, you can't take out and air.
Okay. I'll do that for you.
So I don't look for me?
Yeah.
Man say so is so. I glad to know somebody telling me something about the pitch lake from a Trini point of view. And I don't talk there. So, we have a thing, we have a little cook, we making a little cook. We have a little curry pork, we making me mango chow, and we liming. Man, nothing better than that, yes. This is a real Trini that we making right here on the pitch lake. Yeah, man, this is a cook. We will learn something, or as I say, we will learn something. We will learn something and make a life at the same time, man. What we could do, what we could do. Hey.